Okay, so to cut a particular style, there are various methods. Though this particular one is very easy to follow. So I've written out all the measurements you sent to me. The bust divided by 4, and this one is the shoulder. That's 18 divided by 2, which is 9. So I'm placing that 9 from beginning of my pattern paper, like so. So I marked the 9. Then, our shoulder is not straight, it is slant. Our shoulder is slant, not the screw shoulder. So you go down by 1 inch or 1.5, but I used 1 inch over there. I didn't know the camera was not properly placed rather. So I want to do the neckline. So there's a formula I use for my neckline. It is bust divided by 12. Oh my goodness, camera is not showing it. Okay, the neckline bust divided by 12 will give us about 3.6 when I use the calculator. So I did 44 divided by 12. So I have 3.6. So for you to know how wide your neck will be, normal round neck is a standard. Just divide your bust divided by 12. You'll have it. So I got 3.66666. So I can as well use 3.75 or 3.5. So I did 3.6 on the tape rule. Then I use my ruler to trace it out. After that, I connect the shoulder slope to the neckline. That part I came down by 1 inch, so I connected it to the neckline. Then it's now time for the armhole depth. So formula for armhole depth is the bust divided by 6.25 plus 1.5. So usually it's always almost similar to your shoulder. If the person's shoulder is 16, your armhole depth should be like 8. See it, I got 9.18, and the person's shoulder is 18, which is 9. So sometimes when I'm rushing, I don't need to calculate it. I will just use it. If the person's shoulder is 15, I know that the armhole is 7.5. So it's almost close. So on that point, I just measured another 9 inches for me to know that it is a straight line. So I connect that to the shoulder slope. And that is it, just to extend it, and that will serve as my armhole depth. So now I want to go into the vertical measurements, like shoulder to underbust, shoulder to waist, shoulder to the blouse length. So this one is shoulder to underbust that I'm measuring here. You measure that. Then I just use the straight ruler to connect it, like so. I labeled it as the underbust. Then I went ahead to measure shoulder to the waist, which is 19. I measured the 19 again, just for me to have a straight line all through. Then I use my ruler to connect it, like so. Okay, so this. Okay, so I still measured shoulder to the bust point. So from the measurement, shoulder to underbust is 16. The bust point should be around 12 and 11. So I used 11.5 as the bust point. For someone with the bust 36, shoulder to bust point should be around 10. Shoulder to underbust should be 13, 14. So then I'm using bust span of 9, which is 4.5. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Nipple to nipple, I'm using 9. So this is it. So 4.5, I measured the 4.5 straight down. Then from that part, from the waist, I measured about 5 inch. That will serve as my blouse length. Your blouse should be about 5 inch away from your waist. So if it's long, maybe you want your blouse to stop at your hip line. Maybe from that waist you measure 9 inches. But for a corset dress, so that the person can sit comfortably, 5 inches is fine. So I labeled that as my blouse length. So now I want to connect the what's it called, the bust span, which is the nipple to nipple measurement. Straight line, very straight line, connected it with a straight line. Then I'll be going in with my 1 inch. That's 1 inch on the waist, 1 inch on the blouse length. Connected that straight up, like so. Okay, so this is the underbust. I still go out by 1 inch each side, to the right and to the left 1 inch. So we have 2 inches, that allowance. Then from my starting point, I measured 8 inches for the chest line. Usually for someone with bust 34, 35, your chest line should be around 7 inches. But with bust 44, 8 inches is fine. 8 inches is fine for your shoulder to chest line. So I came down by 1 inch before extending my dart line. I don't want those type of busts or bra cup that will be very pointy. So it's not really nice for your bra cup to come out really pointy. So to avoid that, you go down by 1 inch and you go up by 1 inch, which is optional. The upper part is optional. You can decide to leave the upper part, but for the downside, just go down by 1 inch so you don't have that pointy breast. Then on the chest line, I took ½ inch on both sides, ½ inch, ½ inch, just to tighten the upper bust a bit. Connected it like so, and I connected it like so. You can see that our bust is gradually coming together. Okay, so the next thing is for us to take our bust measurements. Bust divided by 4 is 11, so I took that 11 and wrote it on that armhole depth area. For the bust, for the under bust, my waist is Under bust is 34, but we're not using the under bust to measure. We're using the waist measurement, which is 9.5. I was busy calculating. So I measured the. Yes? Huh? Oh, I want this afternoon. I even night about. Yes. So after dividing the waist, I have 9. So that 9, after dropping the 9.5, I added 2 inches allowance. Oh. Okay. Okay, so on the waistline too, I'm taking 9.5. After the 9.5, I added 2 inch. This is the blouse line. Same thing I did on the upper side from 9. I added 2 inches. The 2 inches is the dart allowance, which we've taken before. The dart allowance. Then I'm connecting it like so. So after everything, I'm trying to do the calculation of the difference between our back and our front. So since we're using 19 for our shoulder to waist for the front, the back we cannot use 19. It will have those folding at the back of your clothes. So to avoid that, 19 minus 15.5, so 3.5. So the difference between the back and the front now is 3.5. Very easy. If the person's bust is normally half length is 15, is fine for half length, or 15.5 for half length, but it's better you measure it for the person's for back half length, so not the front half length. So you will now subtract the back half length from the front half length. The back half length is 15.5, the front is 19. So I did 19 minus 15.5, which is 3.5. That 3.5 excess that we have, I'll be taking it as a side dart. That's what I'm measuring now, the 3.5. Then I'm connecting it to the bust point, that bust point, like so. So we are taking up that part as a side dart. Okay, so this is time for us to cut out the cup. So usually if you use 4.5 for your nipple to nipple, the cup will be 4.5. You place it at the center of the bust point and be moving it around the way I'm doing it. So 4.5, 4.5, 4.5 straight all through. But for the upper part, you can go down with it and make it about 4 inches or 3.5, depending on how much breast you want to show. So, and if you want it to be covered all through, you can use the 4.5. So I reduce the upper side, that part close to the chest line. I reduce it by 1 inch. So I use 4 inch, no, by half inch. I use 4 inches there instead of 4.5. So I've marked all the points. Then I use freehand to connect them together to form the bra line. Okay, now this from the bust point, I went up by 1 inch. Depending on how much cleavage you still want to show, you can leave it on the bust point or you go up by 1 inch. Anyhow you want your bra cup, anywhere you want it to start from, it's fine. So I went up. No, I know that from the center of the bra, I came in by 0.5. This part came inside by 0.5. So that's 0.5. I'm adding it back to this side, so the bra will not be smaller than the breast. So I'm cutting out the center line straight. I'm really tired. I just have to find time to do this. Now after doing the video again, I have to start editing it and be doing voiceover. So I'm closing in the side that close it like so. Here's what we have at the end of the day. So I was just trying to close up the bra, the corset bra. Yeah, on the armhole depth, I measured it and divided my line by 2. So after dividing it by 2, it came inside by 0.5. From that 0.5, I connect it to the shoulder. Yeah. Jamila, hope you're not touching the pure water. Give me one pure water there. Give me one pure water. So I was trying to connect it. Connected the bra cup. Let's go outside. I want to get water. I want to get water. Okay, so I connected it like so. You can use your free hand. Look at what I'm doing. Your bra cup should not get to your armhole. It shouldn't get to your armhole, so you can go down by 0.5 or 0.25, but definitely you shouldn't touch your armhole. So okay, so I used the paper tape to hold down the side darts which I took. So this part I was just going up on the bust point by 1 inch. Then I connect it straight. Dropping it one side. Why are you putting it in your mouth?
I put that up.
So you don't put it in your mouth.
It's for daddy.
So after cutting it out, that's why I'm separating it. I dropped it one corner to finish to continue the rest. So why are you pouring water?
I put daddy a coat.
Okay, so I'll be connecting it. I'll be using a paper tape to tape it. So when you are cutting your own, your front corset will not have joining. So it will just be flat, like so. It will be flat. I'm using paper tape to hold it together.
It's for them.
From the waist, from that part which I marked the waistline, I went down by 5 inches. Depending on how you want the basque effect, that V shape on dresses. So if you want it the other way around, you can do this too. Or you turn your cuff the other way. So I'm going with the second one, which is like this. Then I just cut it out. I think that's what we have. See how much you. If we use the cup like this, the cup will not size the person. So we still have to fill it up. So I'm using paper tip to craft the cup again. So after adding my paper tape, you just notch it, notch. Okay, go around.
Over 4. Mommy, after
So
this,
you join those two parts together like
2.
so.
Mama, after this, over 2.
After joining it, this is what we have.
Over 2. And after this, over 2.
Just trying to place the paper tape properly. The cup.
Circle. So after this, circle. So after this, circle. So
Okay. I discovered that the cup was too flat, so I said that half inch we took at the top.
over this,
So to
over
cut it a bit
4.
more.
After this, over 4. It is over.
And you join it carefully, like so.
Pena,
So after
pena,
fixing it carefully like this.
pena, 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 pena. After this, over. Sorry. 6. What started? So. After this, over. Start.
I'm adding more paper tape to make it stay.
Sound. Start. I like you. Start. Yes, start. I do not say. Father, let me. We go on the end. 1 B I N.
Just trying to cover the place.
Okay.
At the end of the day, this is what we have.
Ma.
So starting from the beginning. this part too from the beginning. I place the paper tape. So if you notice on this under bust area, there's a gap in between the bust and the bra cup. So that's why I'm trying to filling it up with the paper tape. So I'll be flipping it over for you to see what it looks like on the other side. So you can see the space. So that space will affect your bra cup. Your bra will not sit well if you don't fill it up like that. So I just want to cut enough paper tape that will be sufficient for the patchwork that we are doing, because literally this looks like a patchwork. Okay, so I'm patching it inside too. So patch it. Jamila, is someone at the gate? So you can see that the cup looks a bit fuller now. You just follow it and curve it out. Yep. Did I tell you to check the key before you lock the door? What kind of question is that one? So if you want the 3-piece this thing bust, you can divide it, but for restart, just do these 2 pieces. Just follow the straight line and cut it out. Once you are done cutting it out, separate it. And here we are done with the front pattern. We are done. Have you seen the key? So this is the back pattern. Remember when I was calculating 19 minus 15 minus 3.5? So we have 15.5 for the back pattern, because we are fuller at the front than the back. So your shoulder to waist for front is different from shoulder to waist for the back. So we are using 15.5 for the back, while we use 19 for the front, and the extra, that 3.5 inches, what we use at the side, that's for the front. Here is just me marking the shoulder slope, which is 9 inch. Then I went down by 1 inch again, just as the same way I did for the front. Then I marked the 3.5 for the neck width and 1 inch for the neck depth. So I mark the 9.18 for the armhole depth, and here is the armhole depth straight up. So here just like to extend my measurement. I decided to extend it a bit. So on that armhole cup, I measured the bust divided by 4, which is 11. Same here, the waist divided by 4, which is 9.5. 9.5. I added 1.5 joining allowance. 1.5 joining allowance. My upper part, then I connect it. So after connecting, I saw that this thing is too curvy compared to the front, so I want it to be straight. So I straightened it. That SS that I added, 0.5, I'll be taking it at the center back. Oh my goodness, camera was not showing it. At the center back. Before then, I decided to mark the armhole. So this is my armhole. So that's 0.5. I marked it at the center front there. And from that armhole depth, I just came down straight. So that part, that 0.5, just took it straight to the point of the center front, and I'm taking 1 inch both up and the down part. It's a corset dress, so it has to be smaller, so it has to snatch since we are not using zip. So I'm taking out that 1 inch all through. Then I measured 1.5, so I'm striking it out because we don't need it. So I'm taking out 1.5 for this in eyelet, corset, rope, and the rest. So we are done with the back pattern. You can see that upper part, if you want to add the net, that's what you'll be using for your net or yoke. So this is the down part. And we are good. So just for me to confirm if what I did was correct and accurate, you put the 2 sides together, and this is what we have. it is accurate. And we put this, and voila, c'est fini. We are done.